See, to come like this.
So, अब हम लोग बीच में आ जाएंगे।
Hmm.
चश्मा टोनी चश्मा पहना हुआ है
It's okay, it's okay.
It's live? What is it?
No, it's not like that.
Oh, okay. नहीं नहीं प्लीज मैं खाना खा के आया We will eat.
Okay, okay.
हाँ हाँ No, no, I just ate at 1:30. I'll have this a little bit. Thank you so much. Oh, you made biryani? No, but I don't eat meat. No. खा के आया हूँ. I just
I
had.
will tell this.
नहीं नहीं अभी नहीं अभी थोड़ी देर में आते हैं. All set. Thank you. खा लो पहले.
Okay. So,
Up. This is like I was talking. It's a little delayed. Like when I'm talking to her, so this was coming, but this was 2 minutes delayed. Like when I said मैं बाद में खा लूँगा, right? See now, I see. That's okay. I mean, we are doing see like we are talking. मेरे hand movement बहुत है. I have to watch that now. So it's good to see because I like to express myself. So how do I want to talk through that?
okay.
You know? See, like I'm using a lot of my hands.
Yeah, correct.
This is good to see how this is flowing, right?
So, let me.
तो हरि बाबू इसमें uh, हाँ नहीं नहीं no you eat first मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि what you will do is you will take the script and ask questions
Yes.
and I'll answer accordingly, right? And then we'll see how that plays out. That'll be a good way to do that. So this is once this is programmed, then this is how people will see it. थोड़ा सा इसको like you said हम लोग को background और वो सब थोड़ा dynamic करना पड़ेगा, है ना? So it's a little delayed of what I was talking again. Now it's coming back. I think let's live karna is let's see how we are doing. I've not done this before. किसी को अगर कोई कहेंगे यार ये तो बड़ा amateur लग रहा है. You want to go with a little bit of a bang. I mean, when you are going to share this live, you will want uh, even a recorded one you can share to see get some feedback and ideas.
That's correct.
And उसके बाद live में I think I don't mind going live, but the question is उसमें yeah I'm not bothered कि कैसे बोल रहा थोड़ा सा अपने आप को समझ लेंगे we'll be able to see how we are doing because I've not been on this thing like right it's all new for us you're professional as far as the content is concerned as far as वो तो मुझे जितना मेरे ब्रेन में घुसा हुआ है वो I can regurgitate it
Okay.
but the reason we were trying to do was even if we do even if you do recorded versus live, it's what I'm talking about, right? But the only difference is कि recorded में अभी when if we go through the script, we say, अरे हरी बाबू, we need to cut this or fix this. Then we can do that.
That's correct.
But live में when we go, it will be live. So recorded में देख लेते हैं क्या है, and then when I don't have any, I'm not worried if I have to talk live. Huh? Yeah, I mean, the question is, the audience that you said is you have WhatsApp group or is it going to be mostly Telugu people? It's mostly Telugu. So they're all smart people. There must be all, they all, a lot of people are in business or there must be,
Most of them IT, yes.
most of them are IT, they are into stocks. So what are we trying, okay, so let me ask you some questions now. What are we are we trying to educate them or are we trying to share some knowledge that I have? That's what is our goal from this talk standpoint that we want to share? When you send it live to them, what are you trying to
The
achieve?
goal is to
Educate. So you think they are a lot of the people are just here, say here, CNBC, and they just go and do things. They don't have the other inherent knowledge to do something.
there are some lot of experts. So the target experts, that's what
Done. Okay. So are they? So because yeah, you're right. When we start talking, we have to see. I mean, the audience could be a mixed audience. There'll be some experts, there'll be some intermediate, some beginners. Uh, we'll have to take a pick and say we need to go at a between a maybe a. We cannot talk what is this basic stock market. Everybody knows that. I think we'll have to keep somewhere between.
No, exactly. Whatever
You do the same thing. Okay, that's not a problem. That I can do. So framer level thing. ये क्या पिन्नी है ये क्या है?
you don't know for
हलवा घर पर बना है मेरी ओह हमें हाँ इंडियन सोच oh temple oh I didn't know that but what is it what temple Telugu
it's for
sure
you don't know.
no is it नरसिम्हा तो नरसिम्हा भगवान तो
Narasimha Bhagwan.
वो विष्णु का जो आपका yeah I know है नरसिम्हा टेम्पल है so they sell this they sell this here very nice I didn't even know there was a Narasimha temple a lot of people go there oh so when I get out of your house you have to go outside your house and then go or you can go from the back आके देखूंगा तो ये नरसिम्हा भगवान के you're a religious guy हाँ अच्छा you follow you Vishnu or Shankar okay that's good बढ़िया बनाया है किस चीज का बनाया है is it सूजी सूजी not सूजी रवा हाँ रवा रवा से रवा वेरी गुड उसमें सब बढ़िया उन्होंने वो डाला हुआ है घी और सारे नट्स ओके तो आई थिंक वी हैव अ गुड थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेटजी हम सोच रहे हैं कि जब तुम क्वेश्चंस पूछोगे तो उसी को आंसर कर like if you can ask what do you think of the market or it's like the जैसे भी आएगा उसमें question I can talk through that then talk something about ये देखो नेक्स्ट वीक की जो अर्निंग्स हैं उसमें from a utility you have Verizon Monday then there's Spotify UPS Alphabet Tesla ones Tuesday Capital One भी अभी आ रहा है Coca-Cola आ रहा है look at Wednesday, there's a stock which is so talking about some AI stocks. That's something which we should discuss also somehow. So everybody's been focused on Nvidia, or if you look at from a chip manufacturing, it's either TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor, ARM Holdings, ASML, right? But then there are some side ones which will get the benefit of that infrastructure, right? There is Veritiv, VERITV, or Vistara, you know, VST, or something like Dell computers, HP. Even they're talking Best Buy will get that cycle when people will go and
Okay.
upgrade for the laptops. They are going to look for the AI piece now.
Okay.
You know, so that one is coming. Veritiv, AT&T is next week. IBM is going to be a very sleeping giant. I think they're doing a lot of stuff on the AI side.
Okay. Okay.
That has started. IBM has started coming up. I've been watching that. It's come from 168 to the mid 180s now. So, and the numbers are coming out Wednesday. The numbers, Chipotle's numbers come out Wednesday. Um, Thursday you have Abby V. Okay, Deckers is out also Thursday. A lot of earnings, and then you have obviously 3M, Ace of Skechers. Oh, Valero Energy comes out also next week. On the energy stocks also, I noticed there was some kind of a you know थोड़ा सा change दिख रहा है कि they are thinking if Trump is going to win, oil stocks took up. You know, he's more into the drilling side, like Valero, Diamond Offshore back, and the solar stocks are taking a hit because he's against clean energy and all that. The market is trying to show some of those things. Well, that guy's endorsed him, right? So they'll be scratching each other's back. Huh? But huh? I think we should do 15 to 20 minutes. You don't want to, because depending 5-10 minutes about the market, you could ask certain questions on a stock, say, what do you think of this stock or whatever. We can do that if you want to do that kind of a segment. First, you don't want to do personal finance in this one, right? So that too separate. So this should be more about market,
Okay. Yes. Correct.
economy, and throw in with the political mix. What do we think where it's going to go,
Yeah.
right? So that people get an idea. If Trump comes, what kind of? I mean, there'll be obviously the stock market is going to swing either way, which whoever comes. But that's hard. Where do we think the interest rates are going? I think there'll be a cut coming,
Yeah.
and yeah, so we can just talk
Something like that.
10 minutes about the economic and that. And then if you have questions, we can throw it with questions about certain specific stocks.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take some more. So you think Nitish Kumar getting Telangana side with helping Modi, Telangana could get a lot of boost with the money coming in, right? I think that would be a good thing. He will squeeze money from Modi from the central government. I mean, he's a smart guy. Yeah. So I think Telangana will get a boost. That's what I think. That's good. They need that. आंध्रा तो बढ़िया चल रहा है ना और अगर तेलंगाना साइड भी अच्छा हो जाएगा तो that will happen. शुरू करें ओके
Okay, Prakash ji,
हाँ जी
I think you have a lot of experience. So let's talk about some direction and stock market. So what factors influence the stock market especially?
okay so that's a very I'll have to break that question into several pieces so from my experience I have been in the stock market for over 35 years and every time I feel like I know about it I have to learn something and move on. So, so stock market in general right now, as you will see, everything is pretty much at a new high. Dow is hit 40,000, S&P is around 55, and 5505, and then Nasdaq is almost at 17,000 something, almost 18,000. So I'll just put it in perspective for you from a stock market. People who are in the market for the last 5 years or 10 years, they think that it's always going to go up. But I'll tell you when I in 1987 October 1987 was a big dark day for the stock market. The stock market, I think the Dow Jones was around 22, 2300 at that time. And that day we had a drop of 22.6%. That was called the Black Monday. People think, and that I had just come to the US a couple of years ago, so I was not that involved at that time. But the point I'm trying to make is stock markets will do well because if the businesses are doing well. If you have some part of your wealth, I would say over an average of 30 years, the average stock market gives you about 8 to 10%. But people want to just generally try to make a quick buck by doing trading. Yes, you can do that, but if it is I would suggest you have to have both some trading and some long term. And then overall you'll do well in the stock market. Because and I believe in the American corporations, if they're going to, it's all about the P and the E. If the earnings of the companies are going to grow, then your price of the stocks will grow. And that's what you have noticed in a short way. I'm just going to say what there'll be catalysts which will come. In the 2000, you had the internet catalyst, AOL and all that. So always not the first company will become the best one, but then they will hone up. Now we are going through a big catalyst again. Is the AI, generative AI, and you've got Nvidia, SMCI, and some others. Nvidia right now is proving to be a leader, and if it is the start of the first inning, we have a long ways to go on that.
But today, all gone now. Came to pass. So what do you think is post that?
Yeah.
Almost
I would not call it a crash. I would, in the sense, you look at Nvidia. Nvidia in the last 8 months or something has more than doubled, right? So for it to come back, and yes, it did come down quite a bit. It has come down from the I think 140s to now around 180. So it has been a nice 10% to 15% drop in there. But there was a lot of some political and economic factors also. I think some statements by ex-President Trump putting on for the TSMC side. Uh, Taiwan should be paying for the defense spending. So that rattled the markets, right? That rattled some also that TSMC being majority there, even though they're setting up factories here, ASML, these all have impacts from that standpoint. Correct. And he's going to add more 60% tariffs also on the 60% tariff. Uh, no, Trump is talking about putting 60%. Yeah, towards over the next 1 year. So I think that that kind of spookiness is going to stay, and it doesn't mean it'll be very interesting now since you brought that up. I think most of the semiconductor stocks did not recover on Friday. I was hoping that there may be some pickup. We did not see that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this coming week, where you have a slew of earnings. You've got some things like IBM, there's something Veritiv. That's a that's also a stock that a lot of people want to look at it from a, you have these main AI stocks, and then you have the Dell Computer, you have HP, Veritiv, Vistara. These are the small other companies which will gain from that. So it'll be interesting to see those companies are coming with their earnings, and if they have strong and their guidance is good, I think we'll see some recovery back. Good point. I mean, Netflix, if you look, Netflix has a history. About a year ago, it was at 700 something. Then they said they are going to not, they had lost some subscribers, came down to 400 6 months ago. And from 400, it went to 640. So it has been a very nice recovery. We kind of look at it from the top end and then look at it. When Netflix came back, they did say that they're adding more subscribers. They are, if you look at the programming that Netflix is doing, is one of the top notch programming. So I think personally, Netflix is a buyer. I bought it. I bought it. The thing was, it went to 678, came back down to 640 because the overall sentiment in the market was low. I think Netflix goes to 700 soon. The crowd strike part, it happened Saturday morning. I don't know if it happened during the market hours. It did happen on Friday. Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry. It did happen on Friday mornings. If they brought the stock down to 270, then they closed right around 300, I think. So CrowdStrike, from a technologically standpoint of cyber, I think is the best position. You compare it to Palo Alto or say it's a Datadog or Zscaler. This has got the primary, and it has very good clients. Now these things, they always reflect a poor. It will create a poor image of the company. But I still feel like CrowdStrike will whatever happened with the patch that they did, and I cannot talk from a technical standpoint, but there was some issues that really were related all over the world, from Sydney to Hong Kong, airline industry to grocery stores and everything. I think CrowdStrike is going to fix this thing. Um, but yes, this does impact the reputation and it will impact the stock price. It is trading at a very very high PE. The multiple is very high still, I think, but it has come down from 370 to down 300. I think if it comes down another 5 to 10%, I think it's a streaming buy because this company has very good technology and the level of customers that are looking going after it. So I think I would say let's wait in the next 2 to 3 days. What do the customers and those things will happen? But I think it's going to be a powered goods skirts. I think. I mean, again, Zscaler has, from a technology standpoint, I think Zscaler has its own a little bit different technology. But cyber-wise, I feel like I used to look at between Palo Alto Network and Scrap. But I feel like the more I'm learning about it, I feel that CrowdStrike has a better product.
If market remains one week, we have major training time.
Oh,
For
Magnificent Seven, you know.
yeah, until we
I think if you go back about 3 to 4 weeks, we were seeing the major bump in the market was driven by those Magnificent Sevens, the Metas, the Alphabet, the Microsoft,
anything
the
we
Google.
have
They were doing
started
it.
at 30th.
Yeah,
End of
but
this month,
huh?
yeah. End of this month.
Yeah, end of the month. But the last week and a half or 2 weeks, it has been a broad-based rally. Your Russell 2000 stocks and the, or I would call them the balance 493, the Magnificent Seven is making up of the S&P 500. So the 493 stocks they are starting getting, and that's what we want to see.
Yeah.
We want to see a little bit broader rally. What happened last week and this week? I think there was some rotation, sector rotation. I don't think there was a complete sell-off. There, I saw some of the banks, the regional banks and the regular banks. They started. There was money in them. J.P. Morgan, Citi. They had money. Bank of America had solid earnings. Some of the regional banks, PNC, First Horizon, all all were doing well. But money was coming out from Microsoft and CrowdStrike and all. They had their issues this week, late part of the week. But then also Meta has come down now, from 500 something to 470. Uh, don't know if there's a fundamental issue, but it's hard to tell because that's the same thing that happened to Meta about 8 months ago when it came down to the 80s, and then it has gone back up.
That's
So
right. Yeah.
they have a very solid base of things. They're doing the right things with AI and all things. So I think Meta is a buy. I'm buying on dips.
Right. Okay. So this last also not going up, but not that big.
But the Dow,
Money is going to
yeah.
mainly in the banks.
No, I think some of the industrials did do well because if you look at the Honeywell, the CMI, uh, CMI meaning Cummins, Honeywell, G Verona, there was money in there. Because see, they hit a new high. I mean, Honeywell is almost at a new high. So the money is going into industrials, but Dow makes up only 30 stocks, right?
30 stocks,
So
yeah.
that's where it becomes a little bit of a challenge to say the Dow overall. But Dow Jones Industrials, the industrials piece, there's money going in there, but they are not part of the Dow, the Dow 30 stocks now. So I think overall, personally, I feel there is still a lot of resilience in the market. We are in the what we call the sweet spot, Goldilocks economy. What does that mean? Goldilocks economy means the the inflation has come receded back from where we saw that from 5% to 6%. Now it may be it's not back to the two that the Fed wants, but we may be around three and a half, four right now, somewhere there. And I think the job market is cooling down, which they wanted it to, but it's still reasonably high, you know. And so I think that's a sweet spot. Now, based on the July 30th time frame, there will be some data coming out. And as we must have heard about Powell, Jerome Powell, he was talking about what
You don't
that
want to wait until
yeah. So they are going to be data driven. If this data shows that there is cooling and everything is going on, because you don't want to go from a high inflation into complete recession. You want to do a soft landing, what they call. So that's why I think we will see part of it being a lot of not that there is any pressure on them, but it's always a political thing right around before elections. They will do a cut, I think, in September. And if this data comes out right and that's justified, we'll see a cut of about minimum 25 basis points, maybe 50 if it is stronger. And I think next year we'll see two to three cuts.
what are the factors that are going to impact
Yeah,
job market or what
yeah, definitely we'll have to keep an eye out on the payroll job.
what we have
Yeah,
Tuesday?
I think that comes out Tuesday.
What have Wednesday?
Wednesday, I'm not sure if there is anything. July 30th is next. July 30th and 31st is going to be the Fed meeting. Yeah, so we'll see that. But there's a slew of earnings coming out, like I was telling you. You've got Verizon on Monday. You've got IBM on Wednesday. You've got Veritiv, and then on Friday you've got 3M. So it's a slew of industrials and technology as well as those. So
I
that's
think
it.
all these are small companies.
Yeah, Apple comes. I think. Yeah, they'll Alphabet does come on Tuesday.
Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Alphabet is Tuesday.
Oh,
But Meta and I think Apple
Meta's
will
on
be,
30th.
yeah, yeah, and I think Apple will be August first week. So those are the, but this week is still a big week for some of the technology companies. Thank you very much. That's good. I think this is just we're talking. We can probably once we know. What did you think?
Yeah, it's really, really good.
I think what you should also do is now probably get some feedback and see if you want to do a broadcast. I don't,
Yeah, sure.
and then let's see what kind
What
of,
do you feel like?
because it's important to get feedback from you. What are they looking for? Then we will customize it to that. The questions on that, I may have to do some more preparation on certain things. Then we can talk to them. But I think it's a good start. I'm pretty, the questions you ask, they will be relevant to what what do you think? But you'll want Priya to do it? How do we want to do that? Or we just record it?
Just record.
Okay.
Record Kathy Huh?
So, but you will have, maybe I have a scripted of the question and then say, what is, we look at the question and then talk to that or not?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I'll answer questions
Oh, you do it on the phone.
on the phone. And you will record my phone.
Okay.
And we'll do that.
So then now whatever we talk today, can we see that? No, you
Sure,
didn't
we do
record
this
it.
live.
No, you didn't. You didn't record it.
I know record.
Okay. So that's what we have to do. Because what? We don't know how many applicants.
I say it's very good. It's covered for 30 minutes, right?
What's the other? Right, that's what I think. Yeah.
So you want to start again? Right, so record. Record from here. Huh? So do you know how to record in YouTube? Yeah. You want to record? Record. You want to press exit? You can't record directly in YouTube. You have to record with your camera and then upload it to YouTube. Okay, I got you. Let's discuss about the earnings this week, and what will the outlook, and what will the factors that will influence the market this week.
So this last week was a very steady week because there was a political commentary and also what we saw was with the high costs and again some of the market sectors did very briefly. But a lot of that was also going into stocks and bonds, especially on the retail investors. So the money was not coming out of stock, but they were able to see the positive. Now, what do we think will happen next week? There is a strong announcement by the Swiss National Bank. We are going to see a very strong announcement on last week, Tuesday. Then we've got IBM on Wednesday. And on Friday, we have NFA. So it's a mixed bag. And a lot of it is centered around goods, industrial goods, energy, high tech. So this will be an important week to see how the earnings come out. And also, as we are doing this, President Biden has gone on the rates, and that creates a new mix of exactly what the market will look at. Because Kamala Harris will be going against Donald Trump, and the Trump becomes, in my view, a lot weaker for the Democrats to win that. So that market that'll be a very interesting scene to see what the market is looking at because if they feel that President Trump has a better chance of winning that, that will make actually definitely influence certain stocks or favorability that we have towards certain sectors. And especially, I think the energy, the drilling stocks, they will start seeing some of oil will start seeing coming back up because we get to these lower lows. And wind energy stocks and solar stocks, which got a beaten a little bit, will come back a little bit more.
So when Trump is Trump as a president, most of the stocks it's gone up and down, up and down. It's not good, really good. And finally, it gone down. It's not really up. During Biden's presidency, stocks is very steady. So, so what do you think about the forecast? If Trump wins, it's going to be go up or down, or again it's same like 2018.
I don't have an answer to that one. That's a very challenging question because it's very hard to predict what that will be. But what I can say in the next 3 to 4 months, what I can predict is the way this economy is setting up right now, it's what we call the Goldilocks economy. So it's what happens with the inflation coming down, the job market cooling off a little bit, and I think we will see as we reach a dependency level, we will see on the July 31st that there might be another recession. They won't do anything to the interest rate next July. But if they start doing it is we show a little bit more unemployment and the inflation rate coming down, I think we can see the Feds in the September timeframe, the Feds will slow 35 basis points going down, and then maybe a couple of cuts in Q1. So I think that could be again put a boost in the stock market.
Okay, okay. So the market will you can see the impact on market after elections or before elections. I mean, if people think Trump will win, then market will react immediately, or we have to wait until.
Look, that's going to be a speculation right now because I think we are now, I think, I believe almost 2 seasons of the Democratic administration has happened. So now with President Biden making a decision, so they have to work on this to show themselves that they might be able to make sure if Kamala is nominated and comes into, then that becomes a then that they will have to strategize and figure out what kind of things she can do to win, and that'll be a very interesting debate between Kamala and Harris and against Trump. So that debate could also make a big difference on how that goes. So things will, I think, will in the next, since the convention starts in the next month or so, we'll start seeing how things are going. I think it's too early to tell. Obviously, President Trump has a very strong lead right now,
Okay.
and he will start benefiting this also. But things could change in the next month or so.
So do you think all these chip market stocks is going to recover? Right now, they are 20% down. Do you think it's going to up 20%?
I
Next
absolutely
one or
think
two
they will.
months?
I absolutely think they will. TSM had blowout numbers with their guidance
but still it's down. Okay, definitely is going to reach the same point as last week. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Vikash. 6 minutes. Let me upload this one. Yeah. Yeah. Upload that one. Yeah, 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 right, yeah. Yeah, iPhone is a better one. Is iPhone? Yeah, yeah, Samsung is good. This is iPhone or Samsung? It's a good. That's correct. Yeah, right. It has to be, yeah. Yeah, live. So you can do live. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right, right. Yeah, initially, yeah. Maybe later, after 1 or 2 months, yeah, correct. Depending on the response, we can do that. You need some kind of experience, right? Yeah, yeah, right, yeah. Right, sir, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't satisfy everyone. Like some people. Yeah, yeah, correct. Yeah, yeah, right, yeah. Hmm. Google में डाला। Right, right. 5 minutes it took. On GB. It will be like 15 GB. Yeah. हाँ. स्टोरेज से इशू नहीं है, अपलोड करने के लिए ज़्यादा टाइम लगता है. हाँ हाँ. No, no. Once we upload the YouTube, right? They can watch it. Yes. Hmm.